Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adeife Adeoye. It's been like what? It's been like a year since I posted on this platform, and I know that you guys are so mad at me. You're like, Adeife, when are you going to post here? Adeife, when are you going to post here? You've been posting on TikTok for all these days. You've not answered me. Oh. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back on YouTube. Yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, it took like a year for me to figure out my shit, but now I'm back on YouTube. And today I'm going to be doing something interesting. I'm going to be breaking down my streams of income. I think I have over 10 of them. So these are the streams of income that made me over 9 figures in revenue in 2025. And these are also the streams of income that I have this year. I've also like added some more streams to this list, so I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. So I have over 10 income streams and they are all built on one foundation. So let me tell you guys my journey. You guys know I used to freelance. I came on social media to talk about it. Everything that I've built all piggybacked from the fact that I used to freelance and I came on social media to talk about it. That is it. I'm telling you, that is all. And I am such a lifelong learner. I'm always learning. But it came from the fact that I used to freelance and I came on social media to talk about it. Those are the two things that literally bore my 11 streams of income. So I'm going to be dividing my streams of income into two buckets: active streams and passive streams. So basically, active streams are the streams of income that I have to do active effort, right, in order to make money. If I don't put in enough active effort, I'm not making money. Passive streams are the ones that I just do minimal effort, maybe one time, and it just keeps making me money reoccurring. So active and passive. So let's start with the active stream. For the first one under active stream is YouTube AdSense. Now last year I posted on YouTube, I think 3 to 4 or 5 times, and I made money through YouTube. So while I'm putting YouTube under active stream, some people call it passive. I feel like it's still active because I have to actively create content. If I don't create content, I am not making money through YouTube. So it is under active. Now, how do you get started with YouTube? You pick a niche that you're passionate about and you just start talking about it. Literally. For me, is what I started my YouTube with was remote working and freelancing. I was, freelancing at the time. I was working remotely. Voila, I just started talking about it. And in less than 2 weeks, I got monetized. I started making money. At the time when I was actively posting, I was making about $1,000 a month from YouTube, and I am not even joking. $800 to $1,000 a month from YouTube consistently. Last year, because of I had so much stuff going on, I couldn't really post on YouTube like I used to. But in 2024, when I used to post on YouTube, $800 to $1,000, oh sure, oh my wow, counting me. It's definitely harder to grow. I'm not even gonna lie. It's definitely harder to grow a community, build an audience. But once you get it, you get it. So my second stream of income under the active side is brand deals. So let me explain how brand deals work. Once you're posting on social media and you've gathered an audience, a brand can reach out to you and be like, oh, can you talk about my product, right? Talk about my product and we're going to pay you for it. That is how brand deals work, basically. So I'm calling brand deals an active stream of income because if I don't post, let's say I take a break from social media for like a year, I'm not getting any brand deal because my audience are no longer engaged with me and the brand is like, nah, we don't want to work with you. So it's more active. But do I like the money that comes from brand deals? Yes, I think it's amazing money. It isn't the best, most life-changing money in the world, but it is amazing. Like if you're a medium-sized creative, like I used to be in 2024, 2023, you can still get paid. Right now, I'm going to say in like Nigeria, this thing, let's say you have like 50K followers, 60K followers, you can still get paid like 500K, 700K per video. For bigger creators, you're thinking, I've literally signed a deal of like 8 figures before. And 8 figures, I'm not talking 10 million, I'm not talking 15 million, I'm talking, do you understand, for a brand deal on social media. So it is definitely good money. Would I say it's life-changing? Like, oh my God, yeah, it's going to change your life? Absolutely not. I wouldn't say it's life-changing. But I'm saying it's good money and it's nice money. And how do you get started with brand deals? I would say just start posting on social media. Just start posting. The good thing about brand deals is brands always look for creators across, different niches. I wouldn't say post this kind of content. Some people just want to share their lifestyle. You can be a lifestyle creator and still make money. So just start posting. When you start posting, you're going to find your people. Once you find your people, your community, then brands are going to be like, oh, can we get into that? And then you charge them for it. My third stream of income under the active side is remote worker. In fact, I shouldn't even be calling remote worker a stream of income. That business, it's money, but it's also a stream of income. I would call it an investment that is going to give me return on investment, right? Typically, people would think because I own the business is more passive. It isn't. Soon it will be more passive, right? Once we put in systems in place and everybody understand what we are doing. But it's still fairly a new business and I'm still like all hands on deck. So right now, remote worker is an active income. Is it the most highest paying income that I have right now? No. Would it get to there? Yes, like I said, it's a business. You're growing it, right? So how do you get started with a business? You're going to find a problem that you have and you're going to solve it. If you can solve a problem for yourself, you can solve it for multiple people. That's what we did with remote worker. So when I was working remotely, I realized that there was a lot of fragmentation in the industry. So there wasn't just one platform that I can go to and it had everything that I needed to get a job. It was either I had to go to Coursera to get courses or go to LinkedIn to look for a job and then use ChatGPT for something else and use this. And it was so exhausting. You pay on different several platforms. Like, oh my God, nothing was actually solving the problem. So I decided to create it with remote work. I was like, fuck it, like let's create our own. And we created it, solved my problem. I'm like, cool, we can share with other people. And that is how the entire platform was born. It started off as a community and now it is a platform and it's doing really well. So yeah, that is another stream of income under the active bucket. Now, my fourth stream of income, I would say fourth, yeah. My fourth stream of income is consultation. It's under the active bucket as well. Now, because I'm a founder, right, and when I started my journey, like I said, I started remote working and then I came to share my journey online. I grew a massive audience doing that. I became a founder because I started remote worker. I've garnered success, a lot of success with remote worker, so I know what the heck I'm doing. And in order for you to be a consultant, a lot of people think you need to be an expert, which I think is such a weird thing to say, because what exactly is the highest level of expertise you need to achieve? I think you can definitely consult if you know more than somebody. You can always like teach and be like, okay, yes, guess what? If I've gotten this result before repeatedly, I can teach you how you can do it. Now there's a system for it. So basically, I consult creators, entrepreneurs, creators that want to build a personal brand, because I've done it. I've been in this game for like what? Almost 4 years now, consistently doing it. I also did it for my brand. So not only did I do it for myself, I did it for remote worker. So now I'm consulting other creators like, okay, this is how you can grow your personal brand, and here's how you can grow online. I also work with entrepreneurs to kind of help them monetize their knowledge, because I'm also very good at that. Last 2 years, I think that's the basis of everything I've been doing online. I've been monetizing my knowledge. I found that a lot of people do not know how to articulate their knowledge and they don't know how to put it down and be like, okay, here's what I can sell and here's what I can give to people. I also help people do that. So consultation is something that I do. I do a lot of one-on-ones. I do a lot of monthly like consultations. Yeah, if you guys want to work with me, the link is in my bio. It is so active because I have to be on a call with you. I'm literally trading my time for money. Is this my best income stream? Absolutely not. I try not to take as many consultations in a month. I try not to. Maybe 5. I don't want, because it's so active. You're trading your time for money, which is the worst way to make money, by the way. But I do it. So yeah, that's my fourth stream of income. Now, my fifth stream of income is public speaking. When a lot of people hear about public speaking, they always think it's this over the top thing that has to be like, oh my God, it's for experts and this and that. Nah, absolutely not. Nah. If you know about a topic very well and you can speak about it on social media and talk about it and document your journey, somebody out there is going to be like, please, can you come and teach us publicly and speak about it? That is public speaking. I started public speaking in 2024. I think 2024. Before it was virtual speaking, then I went into public speaking in 2024. Mainstar gave me that opportunity for the first time and I was scared. I was shaking, but I did it anyway. I didn't get paid for that. But I was so excited that I got to do it, because immediately I did it, I was like, oh, this is a thing. So universities would invite me, I would go. And then I realized that, yeah, I can be earning from this thing. So right now, when people invite me to come and speak, I do some free gigs for people that I like. But a lot of times I get paid for it. And I charge pretty decent for it, right? Because like I said, you speak about a topic constantly, consistently. You've gathered an audience on it. Somebody's going to be like, please come outside and come and teach us how to do this thing. And there you are, you're a public speaker. If I show you guys my email, let me see if I can show you guys. I have so much speaking here. Can you see? Hi, please come and speak at my webinar. Hi, come and speak at my company. Please, can you come and speak at our school? There's just so much speaking and speaking. Invitation to speak at International Girls' Day, Children's Day. Come and speak in my class. It's just a lot of speaking gigs that I get just because I constantly talk about being a founder. I talk about business. I talk about, career. People just want me to talk about it. So that's how you can get started with public speaking. I don't know if this is my 6th income stream or my 7th. I can't. Whatever. The next income stream is membership. I'm going to move this from the active side and we are now on the passive side. Membership. Once you build an audience, like I said, everything literally piggybacks on the fact that I built an audience. Once you build an audience speaking about a particular topic, people want to hear more of your thoughts on that topic. People want to learn from you. What you can do is you can literally create a membership where people pay you monthly to have access to you. We did this with the inner circle. Literally did this. We had over 1,800 people in less than 2 weeks join the inner circle. Then we closed it. This was a membership. I had to shut down a membership because in the end, it's a passive way of making money, but if you don't have good systems in place, it can become active and overactive, where you have to always be there, right? It is passive, but if you don't have good systems in place, it's going to be active. So in order for you to really enjoy memberships, you want to have good systems in place. You want to have SOPs for your community manager. You want to have a customer support where you just say, okay, you know what, I just show up like once a quarter, or then we drop resources for you guys, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But if you don't put all of that in place, it's going to become active. Yeah. So it's still a passive income because you get to do the work once. If you do it well, it's passive. If you don't, active. Overactive, safe. My eighth income stream, passive digital product. This is my best income stream. You know why? You can create a product once, sell it to 10,000 people. Last year, we created a remote job bundle once. It was 5,000 naira. Low ticketed. First month, we sold it to 4,000 people. Do the mathematics yourself. Once, I literally spent less than 3 hours creating that product. The only thing I had to do after that was create ad creatives, and that is it. And you know, the beauty about these two products is everybody has knowledge. There's something I used to call like the cost of knowledge, because once you have knowledge that is so mad and you're so good at that knowledge, you always think that, oh, I don't have enough knowledge and I cannot teach somebody. Nah. You have something. If you can cook afang and your afang is the best afang that you have ever tasted in your life, I cannot cook afang. I will pay you to teach me how to cook afang. You can literally create a video saying, here's a video. You record a video step by step. Here's how to cook afang. You sell it to me, 5K, 10K. I will buy it so I can cook afang and eat afang. You're making money. You don't have to always create the video when somebody buys it. You create the video once, you distribute it. I love this two product because it's just a game of distribution. And if you can get your distribution right, I love it. I love you so much. Like these two products. What I don't like right now is when everybody's not like, oh my God, create these two products. Use AI and create these two products. You don't need to have knowledge. I'm like, you know, that's actually such a wrong thing to say. You can literally just say you already have a knowledge and you can use your knowledge. Which one is you don't need to have knowledge? Even if your knowledge is, okay, let me show you how to braid your hair. It's good enough. But just going to ChatGPT and saying, okay, just give me any of these two products. That's weird. Yeah. I feel like you're underestimating how much knowledge you actually have. Some of you guys are so good at something, but because you're so good at it, cost of knowledge, you don't know you're good at it. I created a tool that can help you figure out the product that you can sell based on your knowledge. I'm going to link them in the description below. It's a mad tool. Like, it is yeah, you guys are just, it's a crazy tool. Like, it's going to help you figure it out, what you can monetize based on your knowledge, so that you stop cracking your head for stuff and you're going to start making this money. These two products, I love it so much. Info product, you know, oh gosh. Now, my next stream of income is micro SaaS tools. I love it. Same with these two products. You can literally create a micro SaaS. I say micro. Micro SaaS with AI. Oh my God. And sell it. Now, how do you come up with micro SaaS too? There's an issue, there's a problem. Just like you starting a business, there's a problem, you fix it with AI. So let's say, like for instance, I used to struggle with my content and content scheduling and content repurposing. Instead of me always cracking my brain, what I did was I went to Claude, me and Claude Code, we worked on it, and I came up with a content repurposing tool and content scheduling tool for myself, right? It's working for me. I also came up with like a budgeting tool for myself. What I can do is once I've tested it so many times, I'm like, okay, this thing works. I can distribute it and people pay monthly to be a part of that. I just created a tool, the Monetize Your Knowledge AI tool. It's a micro SaaS. People literally pay. I have not priced it yet. People can pay monthly to just use it. And it's recurring. I don't need to constantly be creating the SaaS every time people use it. It's just one product, distribution, people use it. So like I feel like with AI, you can make a shitload of money if you know how to solve problems. I think right now the issue is no longer about AI. It's about, can you solve problems? Like, can you solve problems? If you can look for problems that are around you and you can solve it, you can make money. You can make a shitload of money from it. If you can solve problems, you can make money from it. Now you should be thinking about, how much problems can I solve? Like, how many problems can I solve? Every time you should be looking for problems. I want to solve you. 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 That's how you make money, babes. That's how you make money. So yeah, that's that with microsas too. My next stream of income is, I don't do affiliates. I wrote down affiliate marketing, but I don't do it. So I feel like it's going to be weird for me to mention it as a stream of income because I don't do it. It's a nice stream of income that I want to get into, but I don't do it. My next stream of income that I really want to get into this year is stocks. I bought some stocks last year. I can't remember the stocks, but I think I bought like ETFs and all of that. I just bought it on my Bamboo app. I want to start paying more attention into investments this year. So stocks, bond, treasury bills, municipal bonds. I really want to start doing that this year. I think I'm going to start like, documenting my process when I started. I really need to go and learn how to do stocks. I messaged financial Jennifer last year. She was so kind. She put me through it, but I was like, I just didn't get it. And that's the issue when you don't pay money for stuff. I think because she gave it to me for free, I didn't pay so much attention. I think I need to go back to her and be like, please take my money so that you can teach me, so that I can literally pay more attention. Yeah, when I pay more attention, then I'm going to add them to my stream of income. So right now, I think I've listed like 10 streams of income for you guys. And these are the remaining 4 that I want to get into this year. I want to say something when it comes to income streams. Did you guys notice that I did not say I had more jobs? No. Still my exact 24 hours in a day. I literally took one thing and divided it. So I started creating content on social media. Out of my content, the same YouTube video, like for instance, let me give you an instance. This YouTube video will do so many things for me. To grow my page, build my audience, get YouTube AdSense to pay me 1, branding 2, sell my monetize your knowledge to 3. I'll put my consultation link there 4, remote worker link 5. It's still one YouTube video. Like I didn't do anything. Like I said, income streams, not extra jobs. You literally have just 24 hours in a day. You cannot outwork 24 hours in a day. You can't add 1 hour more. 24 hours, lolo on phone. So you have to know how to use something called leverage. You don't want to keep trading your time for money. That's not how it works. I'm even looking for how I'm going to add like more streams, like let's say like licensing. I know I heard something about licensing and UGC content. I know I heard something about that. And writing a book. I want to write a book. I started actually what's wrong with my English? What's going on? I actually started writing a book this year, but haven't completed it yet. I'll complete that and I'm gonna add that to my stream of income. Probably then I'll have like 14. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, God, it's so nice to be back on YouTube. I'm going to be more consistent right now. I'm pledging I'm going to be posting like 3 times a week right now. At least for the first 1 to 2 months to kind of revive my YouTube channel, so that I want my work okay, then I will now reduce it to like twice a week, then once a week. So I think for now I'll start posting like 3 times a week on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, share these videos to your friend, and just to your love so I can grow, so that when 100K I collect plaque. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye.